One wrong turn over the skies of Germany during the Castle mission resulted in 117 men being killed in action during World War II. For one Southwest Florida family, their fallen soldier will finally return home for a proper burial 82 years later. On Monday, June 8th, U.S. Army Air Force's Technical Sergeant Charles Palmer will be laid to rest at Sarasota National Cemetery. As Fox 13's Kimberly Quizon reports, his family is grateful to everyone who helped bring him home.
Bonnie Rolquin remembers meeting her cousin Charles Palmer for one of the first and only times.
He was a 16-year-old boy and full of mischief.
At 98, she's never forgotten him or his service to our country during World War II.
He lied about his age and enlisted about 17.
He enlisted with the U.S. Air Force and served with the 700th Bombardment Squadron with the 445th Bombardment Group. As a technical sergeant, he was the top turret gunner aboard a Liberator with a crew of 9. On September 27, 1944, Sergeant Palmer was killed in action.
They were bombing Kassel, Germany, where there were munitions.
The Castle mission became the largest loss of any U.S. Army Air Force group during the war, with 25 Liberators lost.
And they got their bombs dropped, and then they were hit by the German aircraft.
Sergeant Palmer was one of 6 killed from his crew. One of his dog tags was found after the war ended. In 1951, human remains were found at the site. An excavation more than 60 years later turned up another dog tag for Sergeant Palmer.
They called Pam and myself 6 years ago and said, would you take a swab?
After decades of waiting, Bonnie and her daughter Pam learned some of the remains belonged to Sergeant Palmer.
So grateful that the people had gone to this effort to bring this soldier home.
More than 80 years after he was lost, Sergeant Palmer will be buried at Sarasota National Cemetery.
What I've learned from this is we live in the greatest country in the world.
On his interment stone will read, "Fly with the Angels," where his family has always pictured him being.
The fact that they say they don't leave a soldier behind, they don't leave a soldier behind. And we experience that.
Kimberly Quizon, Fox 13 News.
The Castle Mission Historical Society has worked to help identify those killed during the mission, and it works with the government to bring them home. The public is invited to attend Sergeant Palmer's funeral. The service starts at 11:30 on June 8th, followed by a flyover 20 minutes later.